dude. Careful. Did you forget?
Realist Podcast. Welcome to the You Are Your Podcast. This is episode 176. YouAreYourPodcast.net. We got the new website up. Shout out Fabricio for making that for us.
Shout out
to the patrons. Best way to support us. Patreon.com/YouAreYourPodcast. We slacking on it, but if you want to throw us a coffee, thank you.
We appreciate you.
We appreciate you. Back another week. Welcome back. Welcome home.
Yes, sir. We're back, baby.
Hey, man. Yeah. I wanted to start off with a question. Because your boy's been sick the past 2 days, and he's been introspective. He's been thinking about life.
I love that.
He's been, you know, stomach's hurting, stomach's grumbling in the bathroom. But I got a solid question for you today.
Yeah.
What is your favorite memory you've made this year?
Oh, beautiful question. Beautiful question.
I feel like it's the perfect time to ask.
I love it.
Right?
Yes.
Right before the summer, where a lot of things are going to start happening.
Dude.
A lot of sparks are going to start flying. Some fireworks, some beauty, some nights.
Yeah.
Just sitting and talking to someone.
Yeah.
By the lake.
Yeah.
The mosquitoes, slapping the mosquitoes.
Summer 2022.
You know?
Yeah.
What do you think, man?
Man, favorite memory I've had so far this year. Am I good volume-wise? Am I okay?
Yeah, you're good.
I didn't even ask.
I was talking to that mic and you're good, dude.
Okay. I think it was one day me and Lena had off together, which was like super rare. And we took a walk down this path by our place. It's like this wooded area behind a row of houses, and it just cuts through the town. Like it's a trail, like an actual walking trail, but it cuts through the suburbs, and it's like mountainous, like big hills. And we were walking down there one morning with Teddy, and we got to like this clearing where, you know, we walked to, and it's a bunch of the big telephone poles, the big like towers that they run for miles and miles and like clear out a bunch of area. You ever see those? Yeah. They just cross through like a town and all the way through many towns. And we like laid down in the grass there, and we just laid there and like listened to a song and like let Teddy off the leash, and he was kind of just hanging out with us. And we're all just laying on the ground, looking at the sky and the clouds, and like totally at peace, bro. I just felt so grateful to be alive, and like just so at peace with everything. Like there was nowhere to be. I was with my family, you know. I felt loved and grounded, and like, I didn't have to go nowhere. Wasn't alone, and I got to like look at clouds, which I've been doing it more, but like when's the last time you stopped and like just looked at the clouds, bro? Yeah. Laid in the grass and looked up, you know? And that was definitely like one of the best days I've had in a long time, dude. It put me in such a good mood and made me feel present and just warm and with my family, man. And just, I felt great. Yeah, it's one of my favorite memories of all time. Like this year specifically, for sure, though.
Oh, yeah. I bet.
Yeah.
I bet after like everything that's happened.
Yeah.
Just having like a solace moment.
Yeah.
In the grass.
Bro. Just you feel the grass on your skin, and it's cool.
With everything like important.
Yeah, man. It was all right there. Everything I needed
didn't
was
have
right
to be
there.
anything crazy.
Nope. Wasn't thinking about nothing but the moment. You know? And just taking in what's the movie in the sky, you know, like just looking at it all. It was so cool, man. And like just being cuddled on by my wife and like laying in the grass.
Yeah.
That felt like heaven, bro. That felt like total heaven. And just a flood of gratitude went through my body to be where I'm at, you know.
I love that.
Yeah. What about you? What was your favorite memory 2022?
I think I know. I think definitely the as a like it's a whole event is like the stylo wedding. You know what I mean? Like with my boy being a groomsman for like the first time, seeing people you love and getting like close. Like I feel like the things that happened just even after that,
Yeah.
like, I don't know, it made me realize a lot about who I like care about in life, who I think is, you know, important, who I want to hold close,
Yeah.
the family, when my family's gone, like who I got here, made me just grateful for the people around me, you know? I think that's one important thing that, I guess I haven't really felt that in a long time.
Right.
You know, I never thought about it a lot.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I definitely take it for granted. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like just the people you have. I wonder if like if we're able, if like back in the day, if we're really able to like in the moments of like how many best friends you've had like as a kid. You know what I mean? Or all these acquaintances that you meet that are like it's just like, you know, they're there for a short period of time, but what if you guys did like dig a little deeper and you know found something greater, you know?
Yeah.
I wonder about that. So I want to hold close what I got now because I realize that's important, and those are the relationships I've like kept around the longest. So I just really appreciate those now.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
That event definitely made me realize it.
It highlighted an important thing you want in your life.
Yeah, definitely.
And the who. Yeah.
And the people I'm going to be around for a long time.
Yeah.
The rest of my life,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, that's awesome. That's such a cool. I was gonna say, like, what's a lesson you've learned this year so far? Or something you're struggling to learn.
I think the lesson I've kind of, I think that we talked about it a little bit last week with Matt from the Wholesome Homies. Shout out to them. That was a super cool episode.
Yeah.
But just that like feeling of like finally accepting like kind of the hand I'm dealt, or like and like what I am day to day, and how, you know, you don't have to put up like this image or like feel like you got to be something insanely, you know, different from what you are.
Yeah.
Or like that something's like better or not than you. Like, I don't know. It's a little corny, but every like, you know, person is different. But we're also like in similar ways. And I think I really fell into that this year. You know, I learned to live every day as myself, and that's okay. Yeah. You know,
for sure. It's a great lesson to learn. Be like to truly just accept who you are. Yeah. I mean, like we could change things about ourselves, right? Like we work on things.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things like with the way we look and sound and
it takes away from like those moments, like the wedding or like, let's say the moment of you with your wife.
Yeah.
Like if you're thinking about all this stuff, like, and you can't just like live in that moment, then it's literally taking away from like, you could have not had that moment if you were like feeling some type of way about something.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely,
what I mean?
Bro.
So
absolutely.
You could be you're missing out on probably a lot of things. Yeah,
it robs you of the moment.
Yeah,
when you're
100%.
When you're concerned about how you're coming off.
Yeah, and if you think about it, like I feel like that's been at least for me. I feel like personally, like a lot of I would almost say like years have been like taken away from that. Me too. You know. Of feeling that way, you know, not myself in my own shoes. So
what has it got you?
Yeah,
concerning yourself with how you look to other people.
Oh, nothing.
Right?
It's just wasted time. Like all the time.
Because you can't control what they see and how they feel.
Yeah, you can't.
You know, and you're ripping yourself up trying to be something different than what you are. And then when it's cool because I think you're learning too, the more you are yourself, the more you accept who you are and move through life in every action you do and every encounter that way, like unabashedly you don't keep everybody, but you keep few who say, oh, I love you because you're you. I love that you're you. I love that you don't like to talk right away. I love that you'll cook a whole bowl of bulgogi on your own. and not fucking tell no. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's funny, but it's like that's the kind of shit that makes you you.
Yeah.
And then people accept you, and you realize you never had to be nothing different.
Yeah.
You never had to.
You really didn't.
Yeah, man. But I heard something today about it's not that we're born unloved, like not wanting, like unable to love ourselves and others. Like it's not how we're born. We're born like these ever loving beings that just want to love on everything. Like like a baby, like just birth is like this thing just wants to love and be loved, right? Mm-hmm. And it'll do that until like someone who's already here can't accept the love for whatever reason. And then they learn, oh, I have to change to get love. Oh, I have to adjust. I have to wear this and I have to sound like this and posture myself this way and do these kinds of activities and or keep my mouth shut, you know, out of fear of like messing up or you know, things like that. When in reality, it's like we, like you're never gonna get it perfectly right. You're gonna fumble situations. You're gonna say things that piss people off or make people upset, whether you're trying to be yourself or trying to be a different version of yourself that's like trying to appeal. You can't keep everyone, and you can't make everybody happy, but you can sure as hell make yourself happy.
Yeah.
You know, you can accept who you are and say, no, I'm going to take a stand here. I like to do this. I like to play Dungeons and Dragons. You know, if you're a kid and you're like afraid to say it for real, like I like you. How about that? I like you. You don't like me? Okay. That hurts. But like, I'm sure happy that I expressed that,
Yeah.
you know, cause yeah, you get one life, dude. You get one of these things and depending on what you believe and the amount of, like you said before, the amount of time wasted on the thoughts of what other people think and how they feel. What if I say this or do this or post this or whatever, you know? You're just lying to yourself. You're hurting your chances of enjoying a fulfilling 24 hours with you. And I don't know, everyone I've ever met that's so uniquely themselves, it's just such an attractive quality. Right? Like, you know it when you meet somebody and they're just like, this is who I am.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to impress you. This is what I like and this is how I sound. It might be weird, but I don't know. This is me.
Yeah. It's a weird feeling too, is I had this experience recently. I don't want to say who it is, but I think it kind of happened with the podcast too, is like this feeling of like when your like best friend like introduces you to someone else that's like a really good friend, you know, or a significant other or something, and it's like you're already like 10 steps ahead of like, you know, starting from like not knowing a person. Sure. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's a weird thing.
You got it in.
Because it's I find that weird. It's like if we met randomly and there was no like connection to you, right? You'd have to go through this whole, you know, introduction, this whole thing. But like just from knowing someone, you can skip so much, right? And just instantly, I guess, just vibe with the person. Yeah. You know? Yeah. I don't know if is that really that crazy? I don't know. No,
I mean, it's a cool, unique thought. Like, yeah, the people you met who you clicked with quick. Maybe it had to do with like the people that introduced you. Yeah. And you're like, oh shit. Yeah, I mean, yeah, because if you're meeting from nothing, if it's just you bump into each other on the street, you're like, I'm sorry too. Hi, how are you?
Yeah, but there's also those situations where you don't really vibe with the person.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
That's so, man. And I'm trying to think of like those situations where those people, that they stick around, right? I feel like most of them usually don't, if it's not someone you instantly kind of vibe with.
If it's not like a
because it's
click
like
right at the beginning.
Yeah, because I feel like if it's a friend's significant other or something, and they're not in it for the right reasons or something like that, then like you can kind of see, right?
Yeah, sure.
It's kind of on the surface, in a way.
Behavior.
You can get it through talking and then watching them interact, or a friend that doesn't really care about them, and you can see it like instantly.
Right.
That person maybe feeling like they're missing something, and they're like going to this person for that feeling.
You can see that.
Yeah, I feel like we're on a weird tangent.
No, I'm glad we're talking about it.
Yeah, I just never thought about that. I feel like it gives to the idea, like you say, is like we're very like you draw in people that are like to you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
People that you love, you both feel the same about things.
Yeah. Yeah. That dude.
Like that theory of like the stars.
Yeah.
Thing,
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It always goes back to that.
Yeah, it does. What is it called?
Is it relative something?
No. Oh, maybe. Quantum. Or scientists.
Quantum relativity.
Scientists.
Sounds so smart, but
dude, I was thinking about that today. Was this year I feel like I've gotten away from trying to, or at least trying to be more honest about who I am in each moment and each conversation, even if it's weird. I've like kind of accepted that I'm weird. I'm a weird guy.
Yeah.
I do weird shit. I say weird things. I get real honest sometimes and real awkward other times, and
yeah, I think that's good.
I'm not cool in a lot of situations, And like I've kind of leaned into it, and I've seen that less people want to talk.
Yeah.
But I enjoy me time more. And the people that do want to talk, I enjoy the conversations more.
Yeah, I feel like the ones you do find that want to talk then are, not better, but I don't know.
Just quality.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm working on it still, but I think, like, okay, birthday's tomorrow. When the podcast comes out, it's my birthday.
Happy birthday, Dave.
Thanks, dude. It's Davy's birthday. Thank you. I've never learned more about myself than I have this year. And I was out for a run this morning. I'm out there running, and I'm like, dude, it's too hot. I'm hurting. Just pain, and couldn't catch my breath and running up hills. And, I'm thinking about my body, and I'm like beating myself up in my head. And because I'm feeling the pain, and the pain is triggering these negative thoughts about like, growing older. And I'm like, dude, the body slows down, right? Like I can do certain things really well, and I can do other things not as well as I could before. And I get sore a little bit longer now, and it takes a little bit longer to recover, and a little bit, it takes a little bit longer to like work up to certain things. And not that I'm old, but I'm trying to accept the fact that it's just part of the process. If I'm not yet unable to run, like I will be one day, unable to run probably. And I was thinking those thoughts, and I stopped, and I took a break, and I was like looking at this tree, dude. And this tree was like this big, thick, like beautiful, it looked like a magical tree out of like some crazy Middle Earth shit. Like the bark was beautiful in different colors, and had little knots all over it, and branches that just curled and extended everywhere. And it just seemed like it'd been there for years and years, dude. Like big full maple leaves on it, and it's seen a lot. I was thinking, and in that break and getting to know this tree a little bit, and just breathing and relaxing and taking in the beauty of this tree and what it is, and being present. Another thought came to me was, like my body's gonna get older. I'm gonna age. I'm gonna get gray. I'm gonna get older. It's gonna be harder to move and stuff if I age that far enough, But like, I've never felt more grateful to be alive, and I've never known myself better than this year. I've never been aware of who I am more than this year. I've never felt this wise. And I'm like, oh, that's the trade. The trade is like when you're young and in your 20s or whatever, and you're running around and you're trying to figure out things, and you have all these questions and no answers, and like this fire in you, and this thing that's churning, and you can't quite place what's bothering you, but it's bothering you, and you don't really know who you are yet, but you're trying to figure it out. And you're trying different things, and you're meeting new people, and just bouncing around.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. And just starting to feel like sitting by that tree, like I do know myself better than I did at your age. Like when I was your age, I didn't know myself that well. Thought I did, and I didn't. And it took a ton of pain and like things that I would have never expected, and maybe just slowing down a bit to realize like maybe that's why the body slows down.
Yeah.
To make you stop and think a little bit harder. Maybe make you look in the mirror and see what's around you.
Yeah, that's
instead of like running forward and bouncing around into things.
Yeah, I was talking to my brother actually about, because I remember always like growing, like maybe you don't feel this anymore, because I don't know why this reminded me of it, because I always remember that feeling of like when you're a kid, you're running around and your parents are like, go outside. And I'm like, no, you know what I mean? And that I never felt the way, I always felt like I was like, the mental space was very different as a kid than it is like of adults, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like I can't, like even the way they look, like the way they act, I'm like, oh, I'm just not going to be like that.
Right, me too.
Right?
Yeah.
But like, I feel like eventually we're going to get there.
Yeah.
But I don't know if, it's hard to explain, man. That like, that entity that is like your parents or like adults, like when you were a kid.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not able to get to that. Like, am I there yet? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
You know, because it feels like such a very like prominent like way of being. You know, like you went through all the shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're at a place now where, you know, you've like paved your path. You've got your home, and this is your space, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm not there yet.
Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to be, though.
Yeah.
I think this is part of your journey. You can't get there unless you go through this part.
Yeah, I just feel like it's the more I think about it, it's probably just what, like, I'm never going to get to that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's a separate experience.
Yeah, like your parents. To us, it looks like the parents, the older people.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm like they never think about what I think about.
Right.
You know, like,
and it's like they were as young
stuff.
as you before. Like they were your age.
Yeah.
And they thought dumb thoughts like this, or like real things that mean, you know, like, dude, I remember rolling around on a skateboard, age 12, thinking of my crush Ashley down the street, across town, and trying to do tricks and fantasizing about what I'm going to say to her tomorrow in school and not say it at all. You know, like that was the most important thing on my mind when I was 12. Yeah. That meant the world to me when I was 12. Obviously, it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
And like in that way, I guess like I'm the adult and not the kid anymore. But also, like, I feel very childish still. Yeah. In a lot of ways. I feel very silly and young and playful, and, you know.
Maybe that's what I don't always see. But maybe I just don't see it from them.
But they are too. They are too.
Yeah, that's true.
In ways, in their own ways. They're still those kids. It's just physically aged. Their bodies have aged, and they've learned some shit about the world, and it makes you a bit more rigid in areas, I think. Yeah. Not rigid in a bad way, just rigid in a protective way, or you have to do things this way in order not to get hurt, or you know.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe, and I don't know. I'm
no. That sounds right.
In my process too.
Yeah. I almost like. I always make it like too much of a fantasy of like. I don't know. It's just that different, but I feel like it's not. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I used to have this fantasy in my mind when I was a kid that like when you hit 25, because 25 to me was the craziest age of all time. It was like that was like the age you turn into an adult. Yeah. And then at that age, I was walking around with this like crazy theory in my mind, not telling anybody that like, oh, you actually die, and then it's like a robot replaces the person.
What?
So it's like my parents and like their parents and stuff. They've already gone to the good, wherever the good place is, and then what's walking around is the thing that's not going to experience pain or sorrow or age or whatever.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? Trying to avoid that part of life.
Yeah, like you just get over it all.
Yeah. You're replaced.
Oh my god.
And you go to the good spot.
Oh man.
It was such a weird thought, man. That's to think about. I haven't thought about that in forever.
Yeah, but now you know what? Now that I think about it, I feel like I can't accept my growth.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
From saying that.
What do you mean?
Because I think about it, it's like I'm like, oh, my parents always say like, yo, the fucking 80s were the shit or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, whatever, man. But now I say like literally like, dude, back in the fuck.
Yeah, oh, you're already doing it.
I'm
You're
like,
already
dude, no.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
It's the same. It's the
happens
same.
to all of us. It happens to all of us.
Yeah.
But dude, you know, this happened, I think, end of last week or beginning of this week. No, end of last week or middle of last week after we did the pod. I was at home and I was on, I think, Facebook and I don't know why I was on it.
Don't go on Facebook.
Yeah, it was so weird. It was such like a random, like, you know when you throw your phone on and it unlocks and you hit a thing real quick and it's like, Facebook, why did I do that?
You got a birthday notification.
Yeah. Some weird, something popped up. And I was invited to something or business or something. And I saw this guy Javier, right? And Javier and me, we went to the same college together. So we went to William Patterson together, and he was in the acting program there, right? And he was a little older than me. He was like probably 25 when I was 20. About that age. He was a little bit older than all of us in the program. And when I was really young, like insecure about saying I wanted to do this thing, and I just joined the first classes or whatever, he was always floating around and in the classes, and we were always bumping into each other and talking. And he was a super motivated guy. Like he was from Patterson. He's very, very motivated to become a professional actor. Like just wanted it more than anything. Right? And we would talk a lot, dude. Like we talked all the time when we were around each other. In those few years, and he would just, I like looked up to him in so many ways. He was so motivated, like nothing was going to stop him from achieving his dream, and he believed it wholeheartedly. And like it made me believe, like, oh, I could do this too. Like, yeah, we should shoot for Hollywood, and we could do this, and like, why not us? And you know, putting up crazy scenes from incredibly like well written things, and you know. Just that fervor, that fire was around because of him. Like he had a big part of that. And I guess over the years, like over the past like fucking decade, we naturally haven't spoken much, right?
Split apart.
Yeah, like as you do in life. You know, some people are around for seasons of your life. Yeah. And you can't stick around forever, and naturally life brings you to different places. And you know, it wasn't like a falling out. It was just like, he was working towards this, and I went to the city and did this, and there was no crossover. We weren't in the physical same place, and just we didn't keep up with each other. So I'm on Facebook. I see him pop up, and it's a huge thing, and it's pictured a bunch of photos of him. And I'm reading the caption, and someone's saying that he passed away. And I'm like, whoa, like it hit me like a ton of bricks, like when Ed passed away. Yeah. It was like a strange thing I wasn't expecting, and it just, it made me stop. Wow. And I felt like pain in my heart. And I was like, what the hell? How did this happen? And then what feelings am I feeling afterward? And I felt so unsettled. And I'm still struggling with why I feel unsettled. Yeah. But I think it's around, there was like a guilt of why didn't I speak to him more? Why didn't I include him in my things? Why didn't I reach out? And then I had to forgive myself after going to therapy and talking it out and praying about it and saying, I believe genuinely he's in a much better place now than he was while he was here. Wrapped up in God's arms and fully loved, and there's no more chase. You know, Hollywood isn't greater than heaven. Yeah. and I feel like he's achieved that where he's at now. But I think it shook me because we both said this is what we're gonna do. And every day I feel like, and I don't know him anymore. I didn't know him that well in these later years, this last half of a decade. But when I thought about him, I thought he's his posts and everything super motivating, always motivating other people to achieve their dreams, and like pursued acting every day, always had the vision of becoming it. And then he died. Like he didn't reach it in the way he wanted to, I think. I don't know. But this is me just looking at his life through posts after knowing him for a time. And I was so shook, like, if this is all there is, then what's the point? If this was it, is it the pursuit of something, having a goal, and then pursuing it, and believing that once you get to it, once you get to it, you will be happy. You'll be fulfilled. Yeah. Then you're your truest self. Then you can start to enjoy things. Then it'll be your life and not just a life you're living through. Is that enough? Is that fulfilling enough? Just to simply set the goal and say every day, I'm on the pursuit of my dream. I'm living my dream. I'll get there one day. Is the pursuit enough? Or, I don't know, if you never reach it, the goal, the dream, the vision, would you be upset? If you could look at what you did, did you miss anything? Would you be, and I guess it's a personal question, what you believe.
Yeah, how would you feel? Like, what do you think?
I'm choosing to believe, and I do believe. I have faith now in God. And I have faith that this isn't the end. That I don't need to reach it. I'm already, this is today, my last day of 31. Like, total blessing, man. If I don't wake up tomorrow and turn 32, it's all good. It's all good, man. It really is, because he's given me so much. I don't need to sell a feature film to feel worthy of your friendship, or feel like I can be here with you presently in this moment, or the love of my wife, receive it fully, or feel loved by him. I think all the other stuff, whatever comes, I'm open to it. If I don't make another movie, it's all good, because there's something else. I believe that there's a purpose now. There's got to be some reason I'm here still. I don't know what. And I don't have the answers for why people go early. I don't have the all-seeing vision. Yeah. I'm just human. I'm just a man. I don't know. But I do know that the closer I get to God, the more I don't feel the desire or the uneasy, unfulfilled quality of me that I was before 2020. You know, if you go back and watch these podcasts, I bet you I'm fucking on fire about something. I really do.
I know we were.
Yeah. And I think it stemmed from that I'm nothing until I get this dream fulfilled, and I'll do anything. I'll go anywhere. I will push myself to a limit of hurting myself to prove to you that I'm the best.
Do you think that, because I feel like it's almost a matter of if you can separate, like can you separate having to, like, living life and that happiness is separate from, like, a career or a passion, you know, is it possible to separate it and be like, you know, I can be happy with just living, you know what I mean, day to day and being grateful for it. But also I have this other thing that, you know, doesn't affect that part of my life.
Yeah. I think I can only speak for myself.
Yeah.
That's where I'm trying to live every day. And I feel like I'm closer and closer. And I'm living that, actually starting to live that day to day, where I'm finding that I'm grateful for the moment, what's being brought to me every day, what's being provided to me and laid at my feet every day, for simply believing like that it's being provided for me, that there's something that made me, that loves me enough to have me here, and I am along for this ride. And also, there's a reason I'm here, to do the work of something bigger than me. That isn't like, oh, this is gonna make statues of me and I'll never die and I'll always be here and I'll be glorified, and it's about David Joseph Valino. You know,
I think that's really I don't know. I feel like that's really the layout for, because I feel like all, like, you know, celebrity, whatever, all those people that, you know, they're in Fast and the Furious, or they're in like the top, you know, box office movies, but then they, you know, stuff comes out, it's like a scandal, or they do some crazy shit.
They're not too happy.
And it's definitely, you know, the life side of things are not at the same, you know, happiness as the career side. You know?
I believe that.
And that's why it's a problem. It's
honestly,
not about...
Sorry.
No, you go.
I honestly feel awkward about how we structured this podcast.
Really?
Because when I started it, I was someone else. So when we bring people on about the arts and stuff like film and music and whatever, you know, art form they're a part of, I always feel myself going towards a place of like, but it's about doing it for the love of it and trying to leave something for someone else, not to raise our own status, right? And I feel like I put people off because of that sometimes.
Really?
In my own head. This is one of the things I accept about myself, and I'm going to do it unabashedly, and I hope I don't offend anybody, but I love the people that I've grown to get close with through my journey. And it's like when they're not in the same place as you, not that I'm elevated anyway, we're in just different areas and thought process and how we're acting through just making choices and actively doing things. And it's whatever. I'm going to be honest and I'm going to be straightforward, but because I don't know everything. I'm just human. This is where I'm at. I'm not better. I'm not claiming to be better than anybody. Really, truly, I mean that. But sometimes I want to be like shaking you out of it. You know, you don't need to run anywhere. Like just be here right now. You know, you're here podcast. Like let's drop the race and let's try to talk about why you want to do the thing. And is it about glory? And if it is, like, let's talk about glory. Let's talk about the real shit. You know, let's talk about what makes you express yourself in this way, or speak this way, or make music this way, or pump out films this way, whatever your thing is. That I'm more curious about getting to the heart of, because that's you. I don't want to. Just want to be honest.
I agree, man. I agree. I feel like we're on the same page for that. Like I've stopped caring about the, you know, because I guess back then I was kind of oblivious and I was like, dude, it's like, you know, you're going to be famous, man. You're going to be killing it.
Which is how I did it too.
I mean, that's where it starts. And I think maybe that's where, you know, you learn about why you, because I feel like that maybe it starts like that, but I feel like there is like a part of you that is drawn to something because hits a deeper chord or something.
Definitely.
You know, and I think you got to find that, and if it's worth exploring that more, I think you decide on that. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, bro. I don't know. We're just we're on a search for honest.
I'm feeling introspective this week.
Me too. I'm telling you, with tomorrow coming up, with the birthday coming up, dude. I feel like
Oh yeah,
I was able to like stop myself today and just say
25, dude.
Just say
That's sick.
for you or for me?
For you, dude.
Yeah, 25 sick. No, 32, bro. But like honestly, like I'm looking at my life and I'm like, it's like I'm playing a videotape. I'm like rewinding a VHS, bro. All the way back to 1990. And I'm just going through like a highlight reel of people I've interacted with and friendships I've made, and then arguments and fights and family stuff and all this stuff. And I'm like, and I'm here today, right now, this old, like at this age, having lived all these years, banked all these years up, and had all these crazy actions and injuries and loves and just I'm sitting here, I'm married, I'm in love, I'm able to be in a place where I feel healthy in a journey of a thing I feel is greater than me, and I feel connected to God and I have a relationship with Him, and you know I'm dealing with my own issues and still figuring out who I am, and it's a process, right?
Yeah.
But I'm saying to myself, how lucky am I? How lucky am I, Mike?
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
I never feel this way. Like it's so hard for me to stop and say, because I wouldn't do this on my own. That's not the way I'm wired. The way I'm wired is like I want to punch myself in the face. You're garbage. That's just the way I'm wired. And I'm trying to untangle the wires through my work. But now I can say, like, with and not to just say it out loud, but I say it inside my heart. I am so lucky. I'm so lucky. I'm not. I could have went in a really bad way, like, and I did a few times, and those ways could have just ended me forever, like totally unredeemable, dead. Like I could have put myself in a really bad spot, and I have many times, but like I was always redeemed. Someone came and lifted me up in some way, or said something at the right time, or you know, did something for me in some kind of way, or I stumbled into something that I didn't expect, and it brought me to a place where I'm grateful to be alive. You know, I'm grateful to be on a process of living and growing and finding out who I am, and that's simply not. I just don't believe that's by chance. I believe that like God loves me. You know, I do. I finally believe that, like, God loves me. So yeah, I just everything else is whatever comes, like,
Yeah.
what a gift.
I love it.
If it ended tomorrow, dude, what a gift. What a gift.
Dang. Super grateful.
Yeah, man, I feel good, Mikey.
What have I got in here?
How do you feel, dude?
Dude, I feel
You're turning 26.
$1,000,000, bro.
I wanted to say too this about art before you say how you feel about turning 26. If it is about for making a song or making a movie or something, and you're in a place of like, I'm making it for a person, I'm making it for one person, or I'm making it for because I want to be loved on. I want to be. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing. Like there's no bad here.
Dude, I think most of the things that like people do wrong in life are just because of that reason.
Yeah, but that's how you learn.
Yeah.
Like you do the wrong or not the wrong thing, but you make a choice.
Yeah.
You create a thing. You buy a bouquet of roses and you put them together and you do all this beautiful stuff and you make it smell good.
Yeah.
You bring to someone's that you did it all for this one person, and the person says, I'm with somebody else. And then you say, dude, damn, I got to learn from that.
Yeah.
And then you don't do it again, or you do, and then you make the same mistake, or a different kind of thing happens, and you know you're taught by life. It's not that like you go through life and you just never learn.
Yeah.
You're taught by life. Life teaches you there's different ways of doing things that are going to be more fulfilling to you. Like you don't always have to touch the stove and burn yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, that's hard though, because I feel like some things sometimes people can't learn. And that's the hardest part.
Hey, bro.
Yeah. Those are the deeper problems.
What's something you struggle with this year that you haven't solved? Let's ask that question to each other.
Struggled with.
Yeah. That maybe you want to work on, or you're not even close to working on yet.
I don't know, man. I gotta think something.
Think about that. I
really gotta think.
Unless you solved all, you feel like
No.
I'm in a good place. I don't have any issues really.
I mean, I feel like this year I've really like been able to what is the right word? To almost, you know what it feels like?
What?
It feels like being on a bus.
Yeah.
And like I'm used to standing by the door because I know I'm about to get off in 10 stops. But I'm like, let me just, like I'll sit by the door because it's the closest way to get out and it's the most efficient, right?
Uh-huh.
But I feel like this year I've been able to like let me just sit down in like one of the seats,
Okay.
and sit back, and maybe I'll go an extra stop.
Wow.
Maybe like to take a step back to let things kind of play out more.
Okay. So you're saying you struggle with this, or you're getting better?
No, like I'm getting better. Like that was like a struggle was like being very
going with the flow a bit more.
Yeah, I feel like I had to like control all the things I had to, things happening.
Yes.
Yes. And because that was the only, that meant I was doing things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like just from me like being like, oh, I made it at this time. Yeah. For like, I made it this early. That means I did something. Right. 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 But like, not really did anything. Mm-hmm. I think that's how my mind is.
I get it.
It's like I gotta feel like I'm doing something all the time.
Moving forward and something.
Yeah. Like everything's got to be a step. Okay. Right. I can't just sit back and just chill.
And you feel like
and
you
maybe
can now.
Let things play out. Yeah.
Yeah. I see that.
Because I feel like, you know what? It really, I've had this realization recently I forgot what I was watching, but oh man, I wish I remembered. It was someone that I was relating to about something in life. Uh-huh. And they were like, oh, like I went to like the doctor and I told him this thing I was like, this way I was feeling, how like I always got like I'm thinking about things all the time. I can never like focus on like one thing. Like I can be doing something, but I'd have something in the back of my mind rolling the whole time. Mm-hmm. And they were like, oh, like you have like severe, and they took a test and it's like, oh, you have severe like ADHD or something. Mm-hmm. And I never ever thought about that. Wow. It's like, maybe I do have that.
Yeah. You really
so
could.
I don't know.
You really could.
I feel, because it was, the description was, I feel like completely related to it. And I was like, oh, maybe that could be a thing.
Bro, I swear that could totally be a thing.
I remember in high school, there was like all my friends had ADHD. Yeah. And I was like, I don't get it. Yeah. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, yeah. Why is this that?
I don't know why.
I think I have dyslexia.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Really?
I think I'm dyslexic. I literally like struggle.
I've never like, I don't know why. I don't know if this is just from like coming from like an immigrant family, but I feel like like the normal like diseases and like illnesses and stuff are just
put
like
away in a closet somewhere.
Yeah, they're just not like depression, ADHD, OCD, like all that stuff is not a thing. Yeah, yeah. So I've never like ever thought about it and be like, what if it is the thing that I have? Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that's a cool answer.
Yeah. Maybe I gotta go take a test.
Yeah, bro. Well, might as well. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I think that, I think I have a fear in that too. It's like, I don't want to like do it and then get like prescribed like medication and stuff.
I get it. I have the same fear.
Yeah.
I don't want to take anything.
This is a deep thing about Mikey. I don't really like medicine.
Me neither.
Like that.
I feel the same.
Like if I can just pull through something, I won't do it.
Me too.
Like I just won't take it.
Me too, man.
You know?
I try to fight it, which is weird. But a little birdie.
Like that.
Thanks for singing to us, Bert.
The cutest thing, just the too much information. There's like a little like I have a little tub thing that I used to like that you do like concrete in.
Yeah.
And like in the rain, it's like it flipped over and like now the birds just like
bathtub
bath in it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's pretty cute. Yeah,
bro. I want to answer that question I asked you.
Yeah.
Things that are a thing that I'm struggling with still that I haven't accomplished yet. I haven't like gotten on the other side of, and that's frustrating. Is I can't yet forgive. In ways I can. In some people I can.
Yeah.
But in one specific way I can't.
Can you name the specific way?
Yeah.
Like what?
Like I just with one specific human being I feel so wronged by and so undeservingly hurt by, and I try and I go to therapy, dude, and I swear I pray about this so often just to be softened, to have empathy, to see the other side of the street, and I can. But then there's a part of me, and I think that the root of this is my pride. The more I realize, like, a lot of it has to do with hubris. I'm too headstrong about how things should be, and I wish too much for things to be different. So I hold on to things, and I want to tell you it's this way, not that way. You're doing it wrong. And I feel like that sets me back because I have a grudge. And if I have a grudge, like that grudge eventually will kill me. Like it will take me out spiritually, health-wise. If I never get the forgiveness I'm seeking, like, will I allow that to kill me? Will that be the reason I die? You know?
Yeah.
This thing that I've created that someone else did that I had no control over, that I can't change.
Yep.
Like if I don't get on the other side of this thing, I feel like it kills me.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah.
And I feel it. I feel it draining me out. Like every time a thought pops up with the person, or I see the person's face, or a song reminds me of that person, or whatever, it hurts. I feel a pain in my heart.
Yeah.
Like an actual one. That can't be good. You know? I struggle with that deeply, man. Someone asked me, what is a thing about that person that you hate the most? What is that thing if you could place it, if you could name one thing? And I was struggling. I'm like, that's not the way they look. It's not what they did. It's, the things they did bother me, but it's not that. It's not, what do I hate the most? You know what I hate the most? I hate how much I love that person. And that's on me. That's not the person. I hate how much I care about that person, how much that person means to me, because if they didn't mean nothing, it wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
And if you're in, yeah.
Damn.
So that's where I struggle this year, man.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm working. I'm going to try to work through this next year of life if I get the opportunity. Like, hopefully, I want to get to a place that when we link up next year on this thing, I can say like, oh, I'm in a good place with that, man. I'm in a really good place with that.
It's so weird and kind of cool that we can see the progression.
Yeah.
Of what is going to be the outcome?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I want to run back to like us in like 2019 and be like, guys, this is coming. Get ready.
We should react to ourselves.
We could
from
definitely.
back then.
Oh God, it'd be so embarrassing though. Yeah, man. Just different outlook on things. Different, some similar things though, I'm sure. But
all the insecurities.
Yeah, bro, we were just having fun
right away,
dude. I just felt like when we were doing this shit, I was like, living my dream. Fucking nothing could go wrong, dude. I was on fire for life, man. Like running around godless as a motherfucker, dude. Just bouncing into shit and passionate and just on fire in the city 5 days a week. Ready to tattoo my face for a role, bro. That's how I felt, man.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. And for real, dude, if I could say this, like, God has lifted the desire to like be something different. I'm going to be me.
Yeah.
Whether a lot of people like that, whether I drop to one Instagram follower and it's you, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I'm good with that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel so good about that.
I like that.
Bro.
You and me both, man. 100%.
I'm so glad. I pray for that for other people, man. I think you'll see that you don't need to prove yourself to no one. Maybe if one person loves you, it's enough.
Yeah.
If you got really good love from one person or a couple good folks, like, you're loved.
Yeah.
You're taken care of. Enjoy the journey. Learn new shit. Try things when you feel it. If you have an instinct, say the thought. Yeah. Say it. See what happens. See how you change your environment because of what you said. See how you change the room. You're never going to walk in that room again with the same people in the same place at the same time at the same age. So say the thing. Express it. Feel it. See how it changes things. See where you're at in a year from now if you do life that way. Like, who knows? Who knows? It could go any way. That's the beauty of life. We can't predict it. We can't predict this thing, man. We could get rugs ripped out from under us at all times. There is no such thing as safety, right? And that's scary as fuck, but doesn't that make it beautiful?
Oh, yeah.
You can't predict this one way or the other. You don't know if you're waking up tomorrow. I don't know if you're waking up tomorrow. I love you, dog.
I love you too.
I love you, man. Look at what we're doing, bro. It's such a beautiful thing to realize. Nothing is permanent. God loves you and he's got your back. Express yourself more. Be honest with who you are. Love yourself more. Trust that whatever you're about to do, you're not doing it out of harm. See what changes. See who you are next year. I just think that's such a cool challenge, man. Like, move through life that way and see, Mikey. I challenge you, bro.
Dude, I'm doing it.
See who you are next year, man.
I'm doing it all.
Have an instinct.
Get ready, dude.
Fucking trust it and go, bro. Go. Ooh. Live your life. Don't sit on it. Don't wait.
I wonder, you know what? I'm going to trust every instinct I get.
Just try.
From now on.
Try it. Try in a healthy way. I'm
going to try for a week.
Yeah, try.
All right.
See.
Every single thing.
Or don't. And then see what changes next.
I'm going to mark them down. The instincts I get and I don't for a week.
Yes.
What do you feel about that?
Yes, bro.
Let's do it.
You might be friends with Waka Flocka Flame next year, dude. Who knows? Who knows, bro? We don't know. That's what I'm trying to say.
I love it. What's the worst that could happen, dude? It's either yes or no.
Fucking, come on.
Come on, man.
And
what am I afraid of? What are we afraid of?
Bro, and you've grown. You've grown.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've expressed yourself.
That's a free lesson.
Come on.
That's a free lesson. Just an instinct.
Yes.
How many you get in a day, dude?
Well, something is whispering to you.
You can have a shit ton of instincts in a day if you think about it.
Of course, you do already. You do. Something's whispering to you that you can actively hear and feel to say, Mike, fucking say this. Yeah. Do this. Yep. Move this way.
Yep.
Lift that.
Yep.
Whatever it is. Something is telling you to do it. So why are you saying, shut up? Why are you saying that to yourself?
I don't know. It's the fear, man.
Yeah, but we all do it.
Yeah.
What's life going to be like when we don't? Maybe there's something behind that voice that knows better than we do.
Yeah.
Maybe.
100%.
Come on. And it's dying for us to get to a point that it wants us to get to for the better of us.
Mm-hmm. 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 I like this.
That's why I'm boxing in 2023.
Yep. And that's why
I have a fight in 2023.
That's why I'm having my first amateur fight announced right now.
Come on. That's why I'm fighting XXX Tentacion in 2023.
Oh, God.
I'll tell you what.
What?
Not the XXX Tentacion, but that's really a thing that's whispering to me. I'm gonna weigh my options. I'm gonna see where I'm at. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. I don't know. I don't know what's coming.
I'm just so hyped to be the behind the scenes recording it. I can't
You're
wait.
in the gym right now, dog.
I know, dude.
My man's boxing
I'm
up a
year
storm.
behind. I'm a year behind and I'm going to get there, dude.
Yeah.
I got my gloves. I got my wraps.
That was an instinct.
Dude, 100%.
Come on, man. That happened by accident.
I mean, for sure got a little pushed.
Hey, that happened by accident, didn't it?
True.
Right?
Very true.
I wasn't even supposed to be just chilling and then going to the gym with you that day. Yeah. I asked and you said you'd go and then we went and then you tried it out and you were like, I'm doing it.
Yeah, that was literally from
the mechanic not being on time.
Yeah.
Which a mechanic, hey guys, can we agree?
From a stupid car problem that I always hate on car problems, but that literally brought me to Come on now.
Can we agree a mechanic is never on time in any universe?
Yeah.
If they say it's on Monday, it'll be next Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it's always been next month.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, this goes for you guys too. Trust yourselves. Learn about yourselves more. Try to listen to the voice. Maybe it's good for you. Now, some voices aren't good for you. We got to figure out which ones are good and which ones aren't. If you have a healthy instinct and you know it, let's try it. Let's trust it. And let's see where we end up. Put it in the comments if you do something this week that's an instinct that you trusted and you acted on and something good came of it or bad. Live and learn from life. That's what I got to say this week, dude.
I love it.
And I love you, Mikey.
I love you too, dude.
Thank you for my gifts, my beautiful gifts. I love you for
man.
that.
You're my birthday buddy now.
Come on, we share birthdays.
Hey, man. So we're spending every birthday now together.
I mean, that might just be the thing. Gemini season, baby.
We'll see how it goes. We'll let you know next time.
We're two-faced out here.
What are we doing? We're getting some
Korean barbecue.
Korean barbecue.
Drinking a lot of beers.
How do you feel about that?
I'm excited for this,
How do you
dude.
feel about that?
That's my favorite food.
Get ready, dude.
Besides Mexican food, that's my favorite food.
Get ready, bro. And then we're coming back to the crib. We're gonna chill.
No pork, though.
Clean up the place. No, we're not no pork.
Yeah.
Might have to. That might be a sin in there, to be honest.
Yeah,
They might kick us out.
They got steak all over that place.
They might kick us out, though.
I'm excited for it.
No, it'll be fine.
I'm cooking up eggs on that shit.
Guys, we love you. Thank you so much.
Love you guys.
Heropodcast.net. It sounds so like...
It's clean.
Yeah, it sounds very clean. It sounds sterile.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
You know we keep it going. Shout out to the Patrons. Patreon.com/YouWerePod.
Love you guys.
My name's Mike. I'm signing out.
My name's Dave. I love y'all. Thank you. Please be kind to one another.